You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to this episode of Unstoppable Actors. I am so excited to share with you my drama school experience and why you don't need drama school to become a professional actor. And I am also so excited about how many of you are being super proactive and discovering whether you're a head or a heart actor in a brand new quiz that I created, which is free of charge to take, called What Type of Actor Are You? Michael took it and he DM'd me afterwards and said it's really highlighted for him what he needs to focus on and improve. And so how it works is there are two types of actor, the head actor and the heart actor. When you take the quiz, you will then get a breakdown based on the answers that you give of whether you are a head or a heart actor and what that actually means. So you'll get a summary of what that means. You'll also get a breakdown of the blind spots for the particular actor that you get at the end of the results, and then also the strengths, so you know what to do more of. And then for everyone who takes the quiz, I give you a method acting exercise to do. I'll show you how to do it in a video that's free of charge as well, which all actors, whether you're head or heart, should be doing to get you warmed up before the scene and into the character. And it's such an incredible exercise that is very rarely taught. And I definitely didn't learn this at drama school. So if you want to take that quiz, the link is bit.ly/acting type, or you can just hit the link in the episode description because I've left it there for you as well. I was so excited to go to drama school and unbelievably over the moon and shocked and just all of the emotions, all of the excited, positive emotions about getting accepted into drama school. I was 17 years old when I auditioned, and I was 17 years old when I got accepted into drama school. And this was a big thing for me. It was such a big achievement because I grew up on a council estate and I was very, 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 very poor. My family had no money to be able to send me to acting classes, not even Saturday acting classes. So to get accepted into drama school was really a big moment in my life. And I really did feel like this was the door to my dreams and goals taking off, and it was a door opening to me achieving my aspirations as a young actress. So I went to drama school when I was 18 and I graduated when I was 21, so I did the full 3 years. Throughout drama school, I had this niggling feeling that something was missing. But because I was young, I put drama school on a pedestal and I thought, well, this can't be right. This is drama school, this is professional, and I'm just little old me from a council estate, so I thought it was me. I thought there was something wrong with me, and I dismissed that feeling. Now, how drama school works is, in your third year, you do something called a showcase, and that basically means you have about 2 minutes-ish to share a scene with someone else, and everybody in your year does exactly the same, so everyone's sharing about a 2-minute long scene, and it's in front of casting directors and agents, and then they can decide from seeing that scene whether they're interested in you and whether they want to call you in for a meeting or for an audition or to get to know a little bit more about you. After you've done the showcase, you all go into the bar area of the theatre, and there's canapes and champagne, and that's where all the casting directors and agents are, and you can go and schmooze and mingle and network with them and talk to them. And that's when they'll approach you if they're interested in you. It's a little bit like a cattle market. I don't believe in showcases, personally. It's why I don't do them at Standby, because I think there are better ways to get yourself in front of casting directors and agents, and I don't believe 2 minutes is a good way of encapsulating who you are as an actor and giving somebody a clear picture of of your skills and your brand. But that's another episode for another day. We won't go into that today. So the day before the showcase in London, we did a final rehearsal. And that was in a rehearsal room at drama school. So everybody was doing the scenes. And then the director went down everybody and gave feedback. And I can remember it clear as day. We were all sat in the rehearsal room on the floor with our backs against the wall. And he went down from left to right. And I was quite close to the end. So I was one of the last people to get my feedback. And he looked at me square in the eyes with a very tense jaw and said, "That was fucking shit." And in that moment, I felt so embarrassed. And I wanted to burst out crying, and I wanted the floor to swallow me up. I just did not want to be in that rehearsal room because he had shamed me in front of the rest of my year. And the atmosphere just completely changed. And it became very icy and very awkward and silent, and nobody knew what to say. Now, this is not the first time that I'd got unprofessional feedback. But I just want to make clear that this director didn't offer me any constructive feedback. He didn't say what worked, he didn't say what didn't work, he didn't say why it didn't work, and he didn't offer me any techniques to improve it. So I just felt like I wasn't good enough. But as I've already said, this isn't the first time I got unprofessional feedback. Another time in the third year, because what happens in the third year is you have to audition for the stage plays that you're going to do. So the third year is all about doing shows, and you invite casting directors and agents to come and see them. But you had to audition for the role that you wanted. And I remember auditioning for a play called The Witch of Edmonton, and I was auditioning for the role of the witch. And we always got told to wear comfortable clothing. So I wore jogging pants to the audition, pink ones. It's my favourite colour. I shouldn't really have to explain that to anyone, but it is. And what happens is you do a little sort of like interview, and then I turned around to focus, and then turned back around in character and began the monologue. The feedback that I got from a female director who was on the panel is, "You came across as a real airhead. It's a good job you pulled it back with your piece." So unprofessional. And again, that is all I got. Nothing about what worked, nothing about why I'd pulled it back. And really, that director had made a judgment of me for what I was wearing, and instead of saying you came across as an airhead, she could have worded it better in a more constructive way. But it was her judgment of me. And this was a recurring theme. Again, in another scene that I was doing, I think this was in second year, I was told that my scene wasn't good. And so I actually said to the head of the school and my director, I said, "Well, how can I improve it? What do I need to do?" And they said to me, "Well, we'll show you some exercises. We'll set up a meeting to do that." And they never did. It never happened. So I was getting all of this vague, ambiguous, unprofessional feedback and not being shown how to improve things. Now, to go back to the showcase scenario, that experience, the day after I'd got that awful feedback, we travelled down to London to the Soho Theatre, and we did the showcase. Do you think anybody was interested in me? Do you think any agents or casting directors approached me? Do you think anybody wanted to set up meetings? Of course they didn't. Because my confidence had been severely knocked. I did not believe in myself. And that affected my scene. And unfortunately, that means it will have affected my scene partner as well. And that's not good. However, I am very, very resilient and very determined. And when somebody tells me I can't do something, or they shame me and embarrass me like that in front of people, two words always come to mind. And the two words that did come to mind are watch me. And I set out to prove that director and the other ones who were giving me vague feedback wrong. Now, I did have to go to therapy for this years later because this particular experience with the showcase deeply affected and scarred me. And I later learned in therapy that that determination and resilience that I was feeling is known as post-traumatic growth or post-traumatic resilience. Now, just because I felt determined and resilient doesn't mean that I was okay. You've just heard that I needed to go to therapy. Like, I was deeply affected by it, deeply, deeply wounded. And so I'm here to tell you that two opposing things can coexist. So you can feel deeply determined and resilient and ready to fight back, and you can also feel deeply wounded and hurt and scarred and not good enough. Those two opposing feelings can run side by side, and that is what happened to me. After drama school, I had no agent, no auditions lined up, nothing. Yes, I had a degree in acting, but nobody cared about that. I have never been to one single audition where somebody has asked to see proof of my degree or even been bothered that I've got a degree. Nobody cares. You don't need a degree in acting to become an actor. You don't need qualifications. People just need to know, can you act? Are you talented? Can you do something interesting with this character? And are you the kind of person we would like to work with? Are you directable? That's all they want to know. So yes, you do need training, but you definitely don't need to go to drama school and you don't need qualifications. So if they're the types of things that you worry about, I'm here to tell you you don't need them. Now, I did go and seek out lots of other classes because I wanted to build my confidence back up. I actually wanted to learn as well. I really wanted to know, well, what do I actually need to do to become a good actress? Because I was not going to put myself out for auditions after hearing that feedback and feeling the way I did. So I focused solely on becoming a good actress. I focused on my craft. And I went to a variety of different classes and wasn't finding anything that was really working for me. I went to classes that focused on monologues, and all we did, every single class was a different monologue. And the coach basically expected that you knew how to act. And again, they gave very vague feedback, just said whether it was good or not, didn't teach any techniques. So I ended that class because I wasn't getting anything from it. Then I took some screen acting classes. Again, it was the same thing. You'd either do an improvisation or you do a scene and it's recorded and you get told whether it's good or bad. You talk a little bit about the character. That's it. No real feedback, not learning any techniques. And then I stumbled across some method acting classes. And this was literally my final point. I was like, I'm going to give up if I can't find anything that works for me. And the method acting classes were my absolute saviour and hallelujah moment. And the difference between the method acting classes and drama school and then the other classes that I'd taken was that I was learning actual exercises and techniques. And I was like, oh my gosh, now I know what to do to analyse a script. Now I know what to do to connect to a character. Now I know what to do to access my emotions and be able to express them and channel them through a character. Like, I learnt so much. But what was also important is that I was getting constructive feedback in a compassionate way, where I was told when things weren't working, but I wasn't shamed for it. I was told why they weren't working and what exercises I needed to use instead. And as actors, especially early career actors and new actors, we need this. We need compassion. We need empathy. We don't need to be shamed. We don't need someone telling us we're shit. We need someone to show us the way, to go, this is not working. You're not quite connected to this character because, fill in the gap. And for you to connect to them, this is the exercise you need. So let's practice that now. That is what a good coach will do. They won't give you endless monologues and scenes to do and just have a quick character discussion, and they won't give you vague feedback. They will give you in-depth exercises and they will nurture you. And that is what needs to happen for you to become confident and skilled. Because when you are confident and skilled, you become an unstoppable actor. You become untouchable. And I want to read a very quick review from one of my students called Ben, who trained with me quite a while ago, and he went on to do something incredible. Now, he was one of those actors who hadn't had drama school training, he'd gone down the route of trying classes like myself, what I'd done after drama school, and then he stumbled across my classes. I can't remember how he'd found us. And he said, I started my acting journey 5 years ago. I've learnt a lot since then and will continue to do so. However, it is Louise at Standby Method Acting Studio who has left a lasting impression. I took her 10-week modules at a time when the world was gripped by COVID and no one knew what the future held. At first, I wasn't sure how training online would benefit me with acting. However, Louise made the process so easy that at times it did not even seem to be online. Louise has the composure, patience, and empathy that is needed to teach. I cannot recommend her strongly enough. She will give you a boost and will equip you with the knowledge to take you to the next level of your acting career. She is and will always be my mentor. And Ben managed to get cast off a self-tape into a Hollywood production, working with the incredible director Justin Lin, who directed Fast and the Furious. And the reason I wanted to read that review to you is because he picked up on my empathy and patience. I vowed when I started coaching actors that I would never, ever, ever make anyone, any actor, feel the way I felt at drama school. And I would always be patient and compassionate and give feedback in a way that doesn't make actors feel like they're being attacked or criticised, but in a way that is helpful for them. And so I want to invite you to come and apply for the Summer 10-Week Method Acting Programme so you can get the skills that you need that are going to take your career to the next level, but also you get the confidence and the feedback that you need so you know exactly how you're progressing. The programme begins Wednesday, the 23rd of July. It's online on Zoom. As Ben said, it doesn't even feel like it's online. It feels like we're actually in a studio. It's very, very practical. You can be from anywhere in the world to come and train on this. The auditions are Sunday, the 13th of July. So you can go to bit.ly bit.ly/10-week method acting. 10 as in 10, and you can go and read up more on the course and then submit an application form. It would be my absolute pleasure to receive your application form and to start to get your skills to a level that are going to make you stand out and get noticed by casting directors and agents. I really hope me sharing my experience has been insightful for you. I hope you've learnt something from it. And I hope you never ever have to experience those horrendous feelings that I did, because that is the fastest way to you feeling not confident and not achieving your goals and dreams with acting, which you absolutely deserve to. So that link again to apply for the 10-week method acting programme, the summer one, is bit.ly/10-week method acting, and I've left the link in the episode description for you as well. Also, if you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a rating. It lets me know what I should be creating more of for you. See you soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.